Elsie.
And I'm Debbie.
And we're two sisters Southern cooking.
We are making pumpkin cinnamon rolls today. I can't wait to get me one of them.
Oh my God. They are going to have, they're going to be like a sticky roll. So we're going to put pecans in the bottom with a glaze and it's going to be so good.
So the first thing you need to do is warm milk, your sugar, that's going to help feed the yeast. And then you're going to let this sit for 5 to 10 minutes and let it foam up and activate that yeast. And then all the rest of these ingredients go in, and then we'll get that mixing for about 10 minutes on a medium speed. This is going to proof for about 5 to 10 minutes until it's nice and foamy, and then we're going to add in all the rest of the ingredients, which we have laid out here, on a medium speed for 10 minutes until the dough comes to a nice, thick, heavy dough. So we'll see you in a minute.
Okay, guys.
Our yeast has risen. It's gotten nice and foamy. So we're going to start adding in all our other ingredients. So I'm going to add in the pumpkin. And then we'll add in all our seasonings and our flour. Okay. Our seasonings were salt, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, cloves.
And a secret ingredient Elsie doesn't know about.
Oh, what did you put in there?
I put the
Pumpkin pie spice. You can't go wrong with that.
I secretly did it and then I was like, maybe I shouldn't tell her until it's done.
It don't matter. Alright, I'm going to put in my all-purpose flour. Alright, and we're going to start this mixing, and once it starts to come together a little bit, we're going to add in our cubed butter.
And we're going to run this at medium speed.
Alright, it's mixed a little bit, pulled away from the sides of the bowl. I'm going to start adding in my butter. We're going to let this mix for 10 minutes. Alright, y'all. We are ready to put it into our bowl to rise for 1 hour.
You want your dough to be a little sticky because the softer it is for you to have a dough for this is it will be a little bit sticky. You do not want it to be tightened up like bread. So.
Alright.
Looks like peanut butter, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Can't wait. I love anything pumpkin, but I'm not a pumpkin latte fan, so I'm sorry if I've offended anybody with that, but I'm not a fan of it.
I'm not a fan of that either.
I'm not a big fan of coffee.
I like pumpkin donuts.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. But I'm not a fan of the spiced coffees or whatever.
I'm not a fan of the spiced coffees either. I love tea, water and soda, and lemonade. Those are my drinks.
I'm just going to roll it around in here so that the non-stick spray that I put in here will coat the whole thing. And then we're going to cover it. You can do a lid, or you can do plastic wrap, or a towel, whatever you want to do.
We normally throw a linen towel over it because, you know, we have it readily available and it's not wasting any plastic in the kitchen.
All right. This is going to set up for an hour, and then we'll be back to roll it out and start making our rolls.
All right, guys, we'll be back shortly.
Y'all, I have my brown sugar here. This is going to be the filling that goes inside of the cinnamon roll. So I have brown sugar and I have cinnamon. And I'm just going to mix them together and set it aside. We also have 3 tablespoons of softened butter. That will go on, and then we'll sprinkle the cinnamon sugar on top of it. But right now I'm just going to mix this up really good so that the cinnamon is incorporated all the way through the brown sugar. And for our caramel pecan that's going to go in the bottom of the pan, we're going to go to the stove and do that here in a second. Okay, this is ready. I'm just going to set it to the side for now. Alright, y'all, we are making our sticky bun portion of this cinnamon roll. So we're going to melt our butter, and then we're going to add our honey and our brown sugar, and we have some salt. Salt and sweet go together.
Yeah, it
very
does.
well.
Like a salted caramel.
Yep. Basically, that's what we're making, is a caramel. Okay, now I'm going to add in honey.
That looks so good.
It's going to be really sweet. And the sugar. And the salt. And I'm just going to stir this until this is all melted, and then we're going to pour it into our 9x13 baking dish, and then we will top the pecans on top of this.
All right, we'll come back when it's completely melted.
Okay, we are melted and ready to go, so we're going to take this back in and we're going to pour it into our 9x13 pan. Our stuff is ready to pour in, and then we're going to spread our pecans. We chopped them. We did not do whole pecans. We chopped them up. And don't worry too much about this spreading around, because it will melt and spread as it bakes. Alright, y'all, we'll punch this down, and then I'm gonna take it out of the bowl, put it on my pastry mat, and we're gonna get started with rolling it out.
I was gonna dust your rolling pin. That's a very soft dough.
Yeah, it is.
Very soft. We're gonna roll it out to like a 12x18. Fortunately, on our pastry mat, we have inches on it and centimeters. So we're able to roll it out so we can, you want to do it in a rectangle shape, because that's the way you're going to roll it up. Smells so good, guys.
Yeah, you can smell that pumpkin in it.
Oh yeah. Yes, indeed.
Alright, y'all, I'm just going to pour this over and spread it out. We softened it a little more than room temperature, so that, because this dough is very, very tender. So we're going to spread it out, and then we have our cinnamon and sugar mixture over here. Yeah, that was better. quit trying to.
That smells so yummy, guys. Honest to God. It smells divine.
So we're going to have nice and thick because it's going to spread a little. So when we go to cut them, we're going to be cutting them very thick.
Pretty thick, yeah.
Rolling them this way.
The spices just smells like fall. It's so
does.
good.
Fall is my favorite season. I like winter, but I'm not a fan of the cold.
I'm not a fan either. I'm gonna bring this over so when you slice them, you can put them right in there.
Okay. I'm gonna cut off the very ends because typically you don't have any of the filling in the very end. Okay.
So how big do you want to cut them?
So I'm gonna just make a mark. And I'm making a sawing motion. If you had floss that was not flavored of any kind, you could use floss and it makes it a nice perfect cut. But I have just a serrated knife I'm using, and if you do a sawing motion with it, you don't press down as hard on it. Spread them apart a little bit because they will rise again.
So good, y'all. Just the smell of this, the whole entire thing is just amazing. It smells like fall in here. It's really, really very fragrant.
Between the pie and the cinnamon rolls. All right, now we're going to cover this and let it rise one more time before we bake it. And we will put in the description box what temperature and how long to bake these for. So we'll see you in our next video.
Bye-bye, guys.
Okay, y'all, so we are going to go ahead and invert this over. This is our pumpkin sticky buns. So these are delicious. We're going to invert it over. Just let it sit here for just one moment before we pick it up. And we're going to take this off the top of it. Oh my goodness, that looks good, y'all. All right, guys. We're going to try it here shortly, and it's going to be delicious. I can't wait to try it tonight with our breakfast for dinner. It's awesome. And we'll see you in our next video.
And I'm Debbie, and we're Two Sisters Southern Cooking. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.